chat about games in Tokyo Game Chat. I am Dave, and this is
Nick.
And we are here to give you our unfiltered, unbiased, uncensored opinions about video games, game culture, and what little we know about stuff going on in Tokyo.
What little we know. Very true.
As you can see over our shoulders, we are in nerd mecca, geek mecca, otaku mecca, Akihabara.
All the good things.
All the good things, yeah. You would, if you've ever played a game called Akiba's Trip on the PlayStation Vita, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4.
Okay.
Basically, that game recreates Akihabara.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to run around, and it's being invaded by beautiful young vampires, and the only way to defeat them is run around and strip them of their clothing so they burn up in the sun.
Okay, actually, I do know about this game because I remember reading about it and reading the back of it, and I was like, what is this? If I knew it was Akihabara, I would have.
It's awesome. I played it.
Okay. So Dave likes ripping clothes off.
Yeah, you know, if you're gonna go big, you know.
Why not?
So, so yeah, that's where we are. It's about 8 p.m. or so. We do have some folks that are leaving their offices that are going to be walking by. So yeah, you may see them in the background. They may photobomb us, give us the finger. We don't know.
Hopefully, I'm encouraging it. Actually, I'm waving them in as they go, like, hey, come on in.
There's a sign you can't see that says "Show us your goods." So
please and thank you. Please and thank you.
Yeah. So here we are. So what have you been playing, Nick?
What have I been playing? This weekend consisted of a lot of Destiny again.
Oh, wow.
I was putting in time, trying to get my light level up to do stuff. And I was trying to raid with people of the communities. Have you messed around with any of the communities yet on the PSN?
What do you... You mean the Destiny communities?
Well, you have the whole community feature on
I'm a
the
member of a
PSN.
couple communities. Frankly, I don't really do much with them because they're just so overflowing with people. There's just no way.
Well, for people who are looking for a raid or looking for a group or the LFG, it's fantastic. Except for 2 out of the 2 times that I did this over the weekend were children that I ended up joining with.
That sounds fun.
It was entertaining, especially when I had a 13-year-old yelling at me that I wasn't taking the game seriously enough.
See, that's why I don't play that stuff online. I don't need some prepubescent kid insulting my mom.
And he was like yelling and then yelling at the other kid for not yelling or something. I don't know. I was confused.
Yelling for not yelling.
Me and like the 2 other people that are in there that
we need more yelling
of age.
Yeah.
We're just calmly talking to each other about what we were doing, and this kid was just yelling, and it was just like. After a couple tries, I said, "Okay, I'm done. I can't do this anymore."
Takes you back to the good old days of Call of Duty. You know?
When I was that kid, telling him, "Oh, that's my team," just going nuts.
Oh man!
If my friends would ever get back on, I wouldn't have this problem. One of my friends is still on, and then other friends from work, will remain nameless, do not get on anymore.
You know who you are.
We're looking at you.
Red
Great
Bob.
water. Oh, both of those. Okay. But yeah, so I dabbled in that some. A little bit of, not Ocarina of Time, wow. Breath of the Wild.
I don't know you anymore.
Well, I did not turn on my 3DS, so I could not play Ocarina of Time.
I haven't turned on my 3DS in a while. I actually felt a little guilty. I was looking at it today. I'm like, oh, I feel bad. I should charge it.
The weekend was like Me Friends Week or something. There's some... in the plaza, some extra special thing was going on.
The Street Pass?
Yeah, it was like Street Pass Weekend of Friends or something.
Oh, okay.
I saw on Twitter. I thought about it. Didn't do it.
I haven't Street Passed with my 3DS for a while just because, like, there was one game I was playing, I've maxed out, I've beat it, so I just, I really don't do anything with them anymore, so...
Well, I will be playing mine because there's a title coming out that we will be getting in the West that we'll talk about later, so that has me very excited.
Yes, we will. That's our main portion. We'll be talking about the Nintendo Direct that happened this past weekend.
So, how was your weekend, Dave?
So I wanted to start playing Persona 5.
Okay.
And if you hear that rumble in the background, that is the Chuosobu train line that's kind of in the background. If it drowns us out, we apologize.
I don't apologize.
But So I wanted to start playing Persona 5.
Okay.
And I thought, okay, this is going to have an install. So
Yeah.
I checked the storage on my PS4. I don't have a whole lot of storage left. So I was like, okay, Sophie's choice. I have to choose which save file or which game I want to uninstall. You know, I have to decide which child to give up in order to be able to play Persona 5.
It's hard sometimes.
Yeah, and so I didn't know what to do. So I was like, you know what?
Flip a coin.
Maybe I should look at hard drives.
Ooh.
Because I've got a 500 gig hard drive, and maybe I should just upgrade to a terabyte or 2 terabytes. So I'm looking up, where are the best hard drives. Apparently Seagate was one of the ones that are coming up.
Yeah.
That's there's a 1 terabyte called the Barracuda. I think that's
Tuna?
Barracuda.
Salmon.
Yeah.
The Barracuda. Okay.
Yeah. And Amazon's got it like really cheap. It's like $55 or so. So I'm like, okay. So it says, I'm in my account. So it says, okay, it'll ship to Tokyo.
Yeah.
Add to cart. I go to my cart where it asks you to estimate shipping. Oh, we're sorry. One of your items won't ship to that address in Tokyo. Well, which is it? Are you going to ship it or are you not going to ship it?
No hard drive for you.
Apparently not. They are the hard drive Nazi. So and this is weird because I tweeted out that Amazon on the page says they will ship it, and then I put my cart and say they won't ship it. 5 seconds, Amazon tweeted me back. Are you buying an item from directly from Amazon or from a third-party seller?
Yeah.
I said directly from the manufacturer, Seagate. I've heard nothing since.
Interesting.
Radio silence.
Interesting, Amazon.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Thanks, Amazon. So apparently, yeah, you're quick to spout off when someone's bad mouthing you, but you're not really going to help them. So I ended up playing Skyrim.
Odd. Dave has 18 games sitting there to play. What do you?
Yeah.
I played Skyrim. Okay.
Yeah, I ended up having to clean out Hag's End.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kill some wood elves.
No, it was a bunch of Hag Ravens and the Forsworn. I tell you, you get a lot of loot in that area too. I was fast traveling back and forth in that area like 5 times,
Just
getting
to
everything
dump
out of
everything?
there. Just to dump everything. Yeah. So I got a lot of money out of it. So, but yeah, so that's what I ended up playing.
Sounds good.
Sorry, Persona. At some point, I'm going to have to sacrifice a file.
Hopefully, just cut off a pinky. Oh, different game.
Yeah, different game. So anyway, little news bits. So I am going to consult my phone here, so we remember the stuff. First thing we want to talk about is I think everybody has. If you knew this weekend was the third Star Wars celebration.
Was the third Star Wars celebration.
And of course, the trailer for Episode 8, which was kind of cool, teaser trailer.
I think pretty sweet.
And they did make a teaser. They did put out a teaser trailer for Battlefront 2.
Yes, they did.
What did you think?
Well, after being nothing but let down by the first.
Really?
I got the game. I'm a huge Battlefield 1 player. I love the original Battlefront. So I was like, man, like 2 of my favorite things coming together. This is going to be awesome. And it just didn't itch that niche.
You mean scratch that itch?
What Dave said.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was okay.
Was it the lack of a campaign?
It wasn't so much like a campaign. It was just it just got old real quick. You know, you would have one guy playing as Boba Fett. I never.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
That's the redneck bounty hunter.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
I like
Boba
Fett. I like me some Boba Fett. Boba Fett was over there down by the bayou.
That's gonna be my next Twitter handle. Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. You'd have some guy playing as Boba Fett, and he's just in the background destroying everyone, and you can't get close enough to him, and you can't be a hero class because he's in the background doing stuff. Even if I'm on his team.
Flying a Confederate flag.
Something.
Playing Ted Nugent real loud.
America! I said, yeah, Boba Fett.
So it was so the lack of campaign didn't bother you?
No, it wasn't so much like a campaign. It was.
Or he was just OP.
It was a real rinse and repeat game.
Oh, I did hear that. Yeah.
You know, that was something. I think we all bought season passes for it too. I think I played one thing of the DLC, and the game was already traded in.
Wow. Well, from what I saw, apparently EA and was it Criterion? I think it's making this. They are promising
Crytek?
Criterion. I thought
check
because they
into
were.
this.
Yeah, we'll have to check too because I'm pretty sure there's a GAF thread about how their studio just increased to 90 people, and they're working on Battlefront 2. But they're promising a much different experience, So according to what they say, there's going to be the single player campaign, expanded multiplayer.
Okay.
Space battles.
Space battles.
Characters from every era. Split screen co-op.
I can get behind split screen co-op. That's
Team up with a friend and 2-player offline split screen play. And that, from what I understand, is only for consoles. Bite it, PC Master Race. You're going to get that in console.
I wonder if that's going to be similar to like the survival mode we were talking about. Kind of like.
Earn rewards, customize troopers and heroes, then take your skills and upgrades to the online battleground. Split screen co-op available only on PS4 and Xbox One.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Let's see. Then you have customize and progress about customizing your trooper. Blah blah blah.
The customize, that was one thing that I wanted more of in Star Wars was the customization, and I wasn't getting it. Tailor
Unique abilities for each hero, trooper, and starfighter to gain the upper hand in battle with Star Wars Battlefront 2's diverse and powerful progression system. The path to victory is yours to decide.
Which. They had the customization. I could pick different weapons, grenades, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I wanted to make my trooper look like my trooper, though. That's what I wanted, and they did not deliver.
Which it sounds like, that's what they're giving you this time around. So frankly, I think what you're going to see is a lot of people doing like First Order troopers, the new troopers you saw from Rogue One. What are they calling them now? Not sand troopers. Sand troopers?
No, yeah, Rogue One had sand troopers in it. Those were the brown ones.
Yeah, so I think you're going to see a lot of that stuff if those aren't already like pre-installed skins or something.
Yeah, cool. If it's going to be of all Star Wars eras, we're going to get all
Well,
that.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Iconic heroes and villains play as and against Star Wars' most feared villains and cherished heroes from all 3 eras, including Kylo Ren, which some reason people are calling Kylo the Ren. That bugs the crap out of me.
The Ren.
Kylo Ren, Rey, Darth Maul, Yoda, and many, many more. Unique, upgradable abilities ensure classic characters bring their distinct powers and personality to the battle.
Yeah, Darth Maul was the one that everyone was real hyped about because he was in the trailer. So that was pretty sweet.
So and truth be told, Nick, I don't really like first-person shooters, though.
Well, the good thing about Star Wars Battlefront is that you can switch it to third-person mode.
Really?
So you kind of get that feel for first-person and switch over to third-person. Hopefully they keep that going into Battlefront 2, because that was, a big thing about the original Battlefronts was it was third-person shooters.
Yeah, because down in Trader, they had a copy of Battlefront 2 for like 1,500 yen, which is like $15, and I was really tempted to buy it. Just because I never played it.
I would be tempted to jump, pick that up to jump back in for a little bit.
Because like I said, I like Star Wars, but I'm not an FPS guy. And one theory that people were talking about was that the character, the female character that they're introducing, that she may possibly tell the story of the emergence of the First Order.
Or is it a young Captain Phasma?
That would be cool if it was, but there again, I think it's a Disney property now. They're not going to let her be a villain. She's going to have some kind of change of heart, just like in the Force Unleashed games where he became a good guy twice. I don't think they're going to let that happen.
Why can't we just kill families and just be lovable Sith Lords?
Yeah, I know. I'm assuming at some point, because Disney owns Star Wars now, I'm assuming Jabba the Hutt's going to become a good guy.
He's going to get thin.
Yeah, he'll get fit and buff and, decide to fight for the rebellion. They're going to turn everyone good. Marvel Comics does it too now. Everyone becomes a good guy.
As long as the infamous Jar Jar Binks comes back. That's all I want. Just bring back Jar Jar Binks for me. I'll be tickled pink.
I did see somebody upload a photo of the Episode 8 poster, where in the bottom lower right, each photo zooms in more and more and ends up being Jar Jar Binks going.
He's coming back. He's coming back.
If he comes back, that Disney then deserves to have its stock drop to 0.
You mean rocket it up? So many people will be happy.
Worst character ever. But yeah, if Jar Jar became back as a Sith Lord, I think that'd be cool.
There's huge theories about that.
Are you serious?
There is.
Okay, I'd be tempted to. I'd be tempted to like watch something like that. Then
It's almost because it was something about almost like a drunken master, and that's like how his that and the huge one was how is he able to jump into the pond after or before Qui-Gon Jinn? Because he almost pretty much does a forced jump.
What pod?
When they go down to Naboo.
Yeah.
Or the Gungan City or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
He does like a triple axle front flip into the pond.
Because he's an amphibian. He's aquatic. That's his native like area.
Force powers. He does no other jumps.
I'm thinking no.
I hope. It lives on in me.
Plot hole. Plot hole. Okay, and the next thing, and I mentioned earlier, Persona. So with the release of Persona 5, there's been a lot of chatter. Yeah. Well, first, it does my heart good that people are paying attention to the Persona series. There's a lot of Johnny-come-latelys on this game, where I feel like I've been sounding the Persona bell for a long time, and it's just a JRPG.
I mean, the 5 years that we've known each other, Dave, that's always.
So now, I'm glad people are paying attention to Persona 5. It is, for all intents and purposes, fantastic. I cannot wait to play it.
I've only heard good stuff about it.
Yeah, until...
Except for one thing.
Streamers. Now, there's two sides to every story.
Okay.
The big thing, so Atlus, who is the publisher and creator of the Persona series, they put out a statement regarding streaming. Because it is a story-based game, they are very hesitant about people streaming the game and spoiling it for others.
That was the one thing I heard.
Yes. So, in their statement, now first, when they say in here July 7th, there's an in-game calendar that you follow. So when they say July 7th, they don't mean the real July 7th, they mean July 7th in the game. Their Atlas' statement is, this being a Japanese title with a single playthrough story means our masters in Japan are very wary about it. Meaning it being streaming. Sharing is currently blocked through the native PS4 UI. However, if you do plan on streaming, video guidelines above apply, except length. I'm not going to read through all the guidelines. If you decide to stream past July 7th, I highly recommend not doing this. You have been warned. I don't know what that means. You do so at the risk of being issued a content ID claim or worse, a channel strike / account suspension. So that being said, Persona is a super special case for us, and we're in ongoing discussions about how our policies may evolve in the future. Thanks for reading, and good luck in the metaverse. So basically, your streamers I gotta admit, streamers never paid one iota of attention to this game until now.
Okay.
And a lot of people who even play it now, I mean, they got on board with Persona for the Golden on Vita.
Yeah.
So Persona is not really, to me, a stream game. Most of your streaming games, if you look, they're very action-oriented.
Very true.
Not
very
real
true.
Story-heavy. Persona is extremely story-heavy. So that's kind of like their worry is that you're going to spoil the game for people and they're not going to buy it.
I can see that.
Now, streamers are up in arms because they're saying, wait, you're blocking our ability to create content for people. I don't understand. Let's be honest. Streamers are saying this because it hurts their wallet. You have a big popular game coming out, a lot of people are excited for. They can't stream it in its entirety or as much as they want to, and that hurts their, because of being they're cool hunters. They are flavor people. They, flavor of the month. If they can't stream it like they want to, it's going to hurt their numbers, their followers, their subscribers, that kind of thing. I get that. But on the other hand, guys, I mean, Atlus, this streaming is a new thing for Japanese companies.
It really is.
In my opinion, yeah. If you walk around Akihabara, you will find that most of your gaming culture in Japan still depends on word of mouth, merchandising, and multimedia. So for example, if you look at Persona 3, Persona 4, you have, not only do you have the games, you have the CD soundtracks that are available.
Yep.
You have animated and TV animation or animated movies based on those properties. You have figures, you have buttons, you have all sorts of things with branding all over it. You have meet and greets with the voice actors. There's a concert every year now for Persona music.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, they release them on Blu-ray. They're really good.
Interesting.
That kind of tertiary branding is what Japanese game companies are used to. Streaming is new. The only company right now in Japan that really has jumped on the streaming thing is Square Enix. And that's frankly because they're putting out more Western games in Japan. Hitman, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, that kind of stuff. So they know that's the wheelhouse of those games where you're going to have streams. Atlas games, those are not games that are normally streamed, so they're very wary about it. I understand they're protective of the property. And frankly, folks, this is a country that still uses fax. If you're living in the U.S., you're like, there are people that I know, like, what's a fax machine? Japan still uses it, still very popular.
Very popular.
Yeah,
very
and they're
popular.
slow to adopt a lot of these things. So I think people need to cut Atlas some slack. I understand the streamers, but my thing is, okay, if they tell you can't stream, you can only stream it up till July 7th in-game calendar. Stream it up to July 7th in-game calendar. Then you tell your sorry guys, that's the end of it. If you want to know what happens, go play it yourself.
Pick it up, yeah.
Yeah, now there are people who are uploading full playthroughs on YouTube. They're putting the ending on YouTube, that kind of thing. I don't know why Atlas isn't going after them.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So, yeah.
Especially because the primary thing they're targeting is Twitch. There's really no other streaming things I'm aware of.
Well, YouTube Live. I don't know how many people. I don't think anyone really uses that for streaming games, though.
I know only some streamers have gone to that because they got banned from Twitch.
The booby streamers.
Yes, the booby streamers.
Yeah.
My arch nemesis is.
Yeah. So, I mean, as a streamer yourself, yes, he does stream. Like if someone told you that you couldn't stream their game, would you be angry? Now, granted, that's not your source of income like a lot of these.
Yeah, I mean, usually if I'm streaming something, I'm streaming it for fun, not to make a payday.
Yeah.
I like interacting with people when I'm playing, stuff like that. So it makes me feel social when I'm sitting in my underwear playing in my room alone by myself. So yeah, from a streaming standpoint, I would probably be a little bit upset, especially if it's something I really thoroughly enjoyed. Like if they said you can't stream Digimon, like if Bandai Namco came out and said that, I'd be a little upset, and I would probably still just use my capture card instead of my onboard. That's the word I was looking for. The onboard streaming with the PS4. So. Since I'm not a huge Persona fan, I know Dave hates me a little bit every time I say that.
I die a little bit inside every time.
And I say it 2 times more to help. It's hard for me to say how I feel about that. I guess I would be slightly upset, but I would understand, since being in Japan and understanding how this culture works a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, very good, very good, very good. Okay, so basically that's the deal with Persona 5. So read up on it, whatever you say. My thing is, buy the game. Just buy the game and play it. Andy, thank you. I am proud of you for buying the game.
Good job, Andy.
Thank you.
Don't trade it in a week.
Damn right. Okay, two little stories just before we hit the big mother load of Nintendo stuff. First, Sony is shutting down the Mod Nation Racer servers on July 1st this year. My first reaction was, people still play that game? It was one of those games, it just didn't make it that big, frankly.
So it didn't make it that big.
It didn't make it that big. It was supposed to be the Little Big Planet answer to racing games. Little Big Planet crossed with Mario Kart, and it just wasn't that big,
It
so
was okay.
yeah, I guess so. But yeah, so I guess those servers are getting shut down. It's just always sad when like those types of things get
Yeah.
shut down.
Because there's probably maybe still, I would venture to say, over 100 people who probably still actively play that game.
You think so?
In the world, yes.
In the world.
In the world. They're probably all under the age of either 12 or over the age of 35.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true. So, and the other one I thought was really funny was, okay, if you haven't been playing Nier Automata, I don't know which way you're supposed to say it. But I guess in the next round of DLC, I think this is hilarious. One of the bosses is going to be the Square Enix CEO, Yosuke Matsuda. And I just heard on the way over here, supposedly Hideki Kamiya of Platinum Games as well is going to be a boss playable in the DLC.
I think that's fantastic.
I think that's sweet as hell. I just think, like, little meta stuff like that, I like it, where a creator is kind of, more than just the creator. It kind of becomes a character in a way.
Well, is it the persona? Who's the guy who wears the mask all the time or something?
That's one. Yeah, I know who that. I don't know the guy's name that makes the Nier.
Oh,
the Nier game.
Yeah. It is the guy who makes the Nier. Yeah. He has his own character that he's developed himself just by wearing a weird mask.
Well, that's from the
thing.
Nier game.
It's still weird.
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah, I just like it when they do that, or like when you see like Miyamoto or Aonuma in like their Mii pops up in your Mii Plaza or something. I like stuff like that.
It's enjoyable.
Yeah, I think it's enjoyable for fans, and it's a little tip of the hat to the creators that people really do like them. They're not just some guy sweating away in an office or something, programming away.
Yeah.
So
they're human. They're human.
Yeah. So I think that's really cool. As a matter of fact, Katsuhiro Harada, the creator of Tekken, has been tweeting. He tweeted out for people to name who they want, like guest appearances. They're thinking about putting in some guest appearances of some characters in Tekken 7 for the home release. People have been tweeting their suggestions. My suggestion was Harada and Marculio, who's their property manager for a Tekken 7 series. I said those two guys. That'd be cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Dan Board.
I want to say Dan Board was probably in a game, but I don't remember what. But I'm pretty sure they put him in something.
No, that's the log guy in Tekken 4 you're thinking of.
That's Mokujima.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who I thought was a good character. Okay, and the biggest part of this episode,
ticket.
The Nintendo Direct.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes. If you did not watch it, stop this now. Don't watch any more of this. Go and watch it.
Go do it.
Yeah. Don't listen to us. Go watch it.
What was it? Was it 30 minutes?
Yeah. It's
30,
30 minutes.
30 some minutes.
Yeah.
Fully worth it.
I thought so. The new guy Koizumi that they have doing it, little stiff, but Iwata
He's a Japanese
was too.
businessman.
Yeah, Iwata was stiff too, but it was kind of with Iwata. It was a little bit charming, I guess.
Yeah, he had a charm to him.
Yeah. So, but once he gets some of these under his belt, he'll get much better at them. He didn't make any mistakes or wasn't awful.
No,
or anything, but, yeah.
He was. I could watch it and not be enraged.
Destroying things.
Throws things.
Okay, so let's go to the games they talked about. First game they talked about, ARMS.
Yes.
Okay, so as I'm watching their presentation on ARMS, what kept on repeating in my head is this is going to be the next one to hit the fighting game community.
I fully think so, except for every time I saw ARMS played when I went to the first Switch premiere thing in Odaiba. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Odaiba, that's where it was. It was motion they were doing it with. It was they had each Joy-Con in a hand, and it was motion based also. Yeah. So I'm curious if they're gonna have a mixture, not a mixture.
Oh, if you could just play it pure with just a controller.
Yeah.
I see
If
what
you
you're
could
saying.
play it purely with controllers, I feel like it would super hit the fighting scene.
I gotta admit that if this goes to the fighting game community, FGC, shout out. I think it'd be awesome to see. I don't. It depends if you watch it. You see guys like Justin Wong or Infiltration up playing this, actually moving and playing it would be entertainment value enough. Not that they would look bad doing it, but it's like it's not just a fighting game. It's going to be an endurance thing now too.
Okay.
So I think it's awesome. Watching the trailer, much deeper mechanics than they had led on the first time they talked about it.
Correct. From what I saw at the premiere to what I saw in the direct, huge differences.
Yes.
The customization, I was super happy they put all that in there.
Yeah, you're now going to have different kinds of gloves that you can equip your fighter with.
Or arms, if you would.
Arms, thank you. Whether they're going to be fire-based, ice-based, wind-based, invisibility-based, anything, whatever. You're going to be able to. Your character can wear one of each, where you can mix them. You can put a little English on that and have the punch curve. They also introduced 2 new characters.
Correct.
The one Min.
What was her thing?
She's the ramen fighter. Her hat is an upside down ramen bowl. Her one arm looks like a ramen noodle. Frankly, if you're overly sensitive and you get triggered, you could say cultural appropriation. They're being like insensitive to Chinese people. But frankly, I thought it was great. And the other one was like some kind of ninja guy.
Yeah, so we got ramen and a ninja.
Yeah, so they did introduce 2 fighters. So I thought arms, that's going to be. And I was looking at the character designs.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but think Overwatch.
It does have a feel like that.
Very anime-ish kind of designs to them. Bright colors.
Yeah, I mean, and you had your big guys, your little guys, your ninjas, your cute chicks. I think that might be the new thing because Overwatch was very successful with that. Although they did have to, one of the characters had to get something. They had to change something from the initial trailer launch because her pants were too tight. I didn't think so though, but
yeah,
apparently parents did.
Yeah,
whatever.
okay. But yeah, so arms definitely worth looking at.
And then what was the big one? My personal favorite.
Splatoon 2.
Yes. From someone who's never played a Splatoon, didn't play the first one at all, but when they did the test fire / beta testing 3 weeks ago, the first time I ever played a Splatoon, holy cow, was it fun. I was enthralled with it. It kept my attention. It made me want to keep playing, even to the point where I said, okay, I know people play this competitively. I can see that happening.
Wow. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I think Nintendo was hoping for Splatoon to hit more of an esport
I think it's
kind of
there.
niche.
I think it's going to be there.
With 2, it could be. I know they did have a big tournament here in Japan. It was a national championship.
When what was it? They also announced during the Splatoon that they were doing a online competition for Americas.
Oh, cool.
So that was interesting. Made me a little sad because I can't do it because I don't have a Wii U here in Japan.
Yeah.
But I still thought that was very cool they were doing.
And I'd say, yeah, are they introducing any new characters?
I'm not 100% positive about the new characters.
Okay.
It was the new game type though. That was the big thing, was the new game type, which was once again like a survivor mode, because you had to defend it from salmons, some types of fish, and then you had to beat up the big fish and get their eggs and score them.
I'm not sure I like this whole anti-fish mentality.
Happens.
I don't know. I think we need to call PETA.
Do it. You won't.
But yeah, Splatoon, I like the idea of Splatoon. I like the idea of a competitive-based shooter out there that is not dark and gritty and, I think I'm a soldier or I know about these guns so I could actually use them in real life. No, you can't.
Yeah, it was a very fun, colorful game.
Yeah, I like that. Again, it's that Nintendo charm.
Or ink. Ink game.
Yeah.
I was still on that. But yeah, Nintendo Charm.
Yeah, so Splatoon 2 definitely going to be a big one. Big one. Next.
What was it? They announced a lot of
Amiibo.
Oh, there it is, the Amiibos.
I don't even use them and I collect them. Not all of them, just a certain series. They did announce there's going to be, of course, they talked about the 30th anniversary Zelda ones.
Correct.
Again, which I did see the 8-bit link at SoftMap the other day. But here in Akihabara, anyways, try and find the 30th anniversary Zelda ones. Good luck.
Well, I would say almost any of the Zelda ones at this point.
You cannot find them anywhere. But they are introducing 3 new Splatoon amiibos.
Splatoon.
They
Zelda.
are doing new Zelda ones, and they are doing Cloud and Bayonetta, which were announced a long time ago, and people have been asking, where the heck are they?
For Smash, yep.
Yes, and they're finally going to come, and they're going to have 2 variations of each.
I thought that was real cool.
Yes.
Also, more ways of Nintendo getting my money
Yes.
by saying we have different variations.
Definitely. And I'm kind of hoping, too, with Bayonetta 2 being on the Wii U, I'm really hoping there's going to be another Bayonetta on Switch, maybe. I wonder if that amiibo could unlock something in a Bayonetta game.
I'm more than willing that they probably will do something like that. Which, so I did acquire all my Splatoon amiibos.
Mm-hmm.
So now I do have all the original Splatoon amiibos, because my fear is when Splatoon 2 comes out, they're all going to vanish, much like all the Zelda ones did.
Yeah, I would agree. I think they will, too.
So yeah,
get them while you can, whenever they come out. Next one, they came up, Battle Chasers Night War. Turn-based RPG based off a comic book that, frankly, the thing is, in the trailer it said, fan favorite comic book. Not really.
It looked good, though.
The artist is a fan favorite. I've seen his work in some other stuff. I just have a feeling that game might not. It's really not. I don't think it's going to do that big, unfortunately. I really don't. It's really relying on that artist's style,
name and,
people that know him. Yeah. Next they had Bye Bye Box Boy, which I've never played.
No, but that is the 3rd installment of the game, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I also have never played them.
And I guess on the eShop on your 3DS right now, you can download demos of all of them for free right now. It looked interesting. Basically, it's a platformer. You have to manipulate boxes to get to certain areas and whatnot. Next, Concept Revolt. This is basically a trading card game. Concept has been around for quite a while. What got me excited here in Japan was when it came out, the cover artwork was the same guy who's done artwork for the Shin Megami Tensei series.
Okay.
Persona and whatnot. And Fire Emblem, I'm sorry. So I was all excited because, hey, it's going to be his artwork. But it's kind of like you're playing a board game with cards. It looks interesting. I don't know. I may try it.
Probably find a used copy, I would assume.
Probably. Disgaea 5 Complete. It's another Disgaea game.
Yeah.
You played one, you played them all. If you like them, that's cool, but, well. Ever Oasis. Another RPG. They had the guy who's the director of the game on. He looked like he was ready to burst into tears.
Just a little bit.
He looked a little nervous. But he was. It's.
That made a beer stat.
Yeah. It basically, when they showed the trailer, I thought it looked like something that should be on a cell phone. I guess.
I can see that.
Yeah. What I'm excited about.
Dun, dun,
Fire
dun.
Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia. Fire Emblem. Hey, it doesn't get any better. If you're a fan of Final Fantasy Tactics, you should be playing Fire Emblem. No question. So this is a remake. Yeah, Shadows of Valentia Echoes is actually a remake of an older Fire Emblem title from. You know what? I'm probably wrong, but it's going to be NES or Super NES. I don't know which. I know I'm wrong. But updated graphics, new storylines, all that kind of stuff. So I am excited to have another Fire Emblem. Did you play any Fire Emblem?
here's what Dave's going to hate me a little bit more.
I don't know if that's possible.
No, Dave. Fire Emblem was none. You and noobs always just beat it into me about how fantastic these games were. I'd rather just pick up my first-person shooter and play that.
You make me sad. And when I said earlier, like Nintendo Charm, boy, when they played the trailer for Hey Pikmin, I was like, holy crap, that just oozes everything Nintendo.
Right.
And I'm surprised it's taken them this long to decide to put a Pikmin game on a handheld on 3DS.
Because it was the first
Always
Pikmin
console.
was the first Pikmin on N64 though,
I
or
think
was it
so.
GameCube? I think it was GameCube.
GameCube. You're right.
GameCube.
You're right.
So we had Pikmin 1, Pikmin 2. Was there Pikmin 3?
3 was on the Wii U.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is I guess if you're numbering, maybe this is the 4th. They're not numbering it though. But it was basically, what's the little space guy's name?
Oh.
They say his name in the trailer. I can't remember.
Odmar?
Something like that. Yeah.
Odmar? Where's
So
it
yeah, you crash land on a planet. You need your little Pikmin to get. It's basically a platformer version of Pikmin, and it looks fantastic. It's not even like, oh my gosh, it's pushing the limits
Odmar.
of. What's that?
Odmar.
Odmar? Okay.
I think that's his name.
It's not
Okay.
even pushing the limits of what the 3DS can create. It's just the fact that it's so colorful and
Yeah.
well designed
I
and
would-
charming and nice and relaxing and whatever else you want to call it.
I would say Pikmin was always like a relaxing type of game too.
I think so.
And you would be playing, you kind of get attached to your little guys, and then something tragic happens, and you lose 2 of them, and it's like,
Poor little guy.
it's like your kitten just died. You're like, no, it was just starting life.
Yeah.
You know what it was.
I heard that's going to be DLC where you can do a Pikmin funeral.
It's too sad. I can't.
And heading on with more Nintendo design charm, Kirby's Blowout Blast. It's HAL Laboratories, who's been making the Kirby games. They're experts. But Kirby was never a character that I got into.
I would say like the original Kirby's maybe. Mm-hmm. But that was about it.
Yeah, but this one it looks like the 3/4 view kind of platformer. Again, very colorful and everything. So I think it looks nice. Who knows? I would end up doing it just to try it out. I think probably I will say that the coup de crazy of the Nintendo made stuff, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yes.
I have not heard one person yet who said they are not excited for this game.
That is literally what I'm like counting down the days until I can purchase myself Mario Kart for my Switch. That is going to be my next game.
And I've never played a Mario Kart, yes, because I wasn't a Nintendo kid growing up. So I never played a Mario Kart growing up, but if I can get my hands on my Switch, whenever that could be, I will probably buy this game.
Thank heavens I will have someone to play Switch with in Japan. Not that I don't like my friends back in America.
He doesn't. That's why he came here. But
Dave
yeah,
knows.
I'll probably get it. But
Yeah,
I mean, it's the same one that was on Wii U.
Correct.
But what's different?
There was new game types, I think was the
And
big
new
thing.
courses?
New courses and new game types, and you're starting out with more racers than original. You don't have to unlock.
Right. Oh, you mean the cars?
No, like the people.
Oh, the people.
drivers.
Oh, okay.
You know, Mario, Luigi.
Okay.
So you're starting out with more racers, maybe more karts too. I'm not sure about that, but I know that's one thing. But again, I never played Mario Kart because by the time I eventually did get a Wii U, it was short-lived, and then I had to come to Japan and leave it at home.
Mine is still packed away in its box at home, waiting to be played some more. But I think probably at some point I'm going to end up buying like a bunch of Wii U stuff off Amazon, just sending it home, so it's there when I'm ready. Because there's a lot of stuff that's going to be hard to find. Next up, then they talked about Miitopia. It's an RPG with your Miis.
It looked okay.
It looked okay, but I don't think it's going to be for the diehard Nintendo fan. Yeah, it would be cool, but I don't think it's anything anyone's going to really go either way for. Minecraft Nintendo Switch Edition. It's Minecraft.
Switch.
Yeah.
It's gonna do ridiculously well here in Japan.
It'll do great here, yes. And the fact that it does have Nintendo exclusive content to it will help
Mario
it. Yeah.
packs and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Maybe you might pick it up.
Monopoly for Nintendo Switch. I'm
Monopoly.
sorry, no one cares. Play the board game, guys. It's, yeah.
Valid point.
Namco Museum. Now, if you remember, if you're old enough, and I'm saying this because I know there are people who I hope watch this or maybe are younger than us. Namco had put out a series of titles on the PlayStation 1, Namco Museums. The first one was letter N. Volume 2 was the letter A.
Oh,
Once you had
okay.
them all, they spelled out Namco.
I see what you did there.
It's basically the same thing for Switch. The one thing I was excited though, that one of my favorite arcade games, Rolling Thunder, is on there.
Ooh.
So that could be a purchase for Dave because I love that game.
Okay.
Payday 2. This is kind of in the realm to me of like with Wii U when they announced like Tekken and Batman. Guys, we already played this on the other systems.
I am slightly.
I mean,
Interested.
the fact that the saving grace could be that you'd be playing Payday 2 portable.
Yeah,
If that's one of your things, like for me playing Skyrim portable, okay, that's cool.
which is going to be a thing.
Which probably will be a thing, yes.
Maybe
But
we play it for the 4th time.
yeah, probably. But yeah, I don't know if anyone's really going to be.
It looked good, depending on the price point. I mean, it's probably gonna be a $60 title because it's a grade A title. It's not, a B title. I don't know if I could justify 60 for it, but
Yeah,
maybe 35, maybe 40.
yeah. Next, they talked about Puyo Puyo Tetris. Have you ever played Puyo Puyo?
I did not play Puyo Puyo.
Puyo Puyo is one of those games that it never found its way outside Japan, but it's highly imported because it's just so freaking easy to play.
Okay.
It basically, the mechanic is almost the same as Tetris, except it's Puyos, little bubbles, and you're making groupings of the little bubbles.
So it was the way I think they explained it was the opposite of Tetris. Instead of trying to take blocks away, you're trying to add blocks to get bigger combos.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So they're putting them together. It's gonna be more competitive, head to head.
That seemed interesting.
Yeah, sure. I'll probably. They actually was released already on the Vita, so I may just end up getting it there. Rayman Legends Definitive Edition. Rayman, good game, but I don't need 17 different iterations of it. RPG Maker Fest. I gotta be honest, this Fest, I have no idea what that stands for or why they're using it. Festival? I don't know, but they did it on Persona 3 Fest. I don't know what that means.
Interesting.
But RPG Maker, if you think back on the PlayStation 1, you had RPG Maker, Fighter Maker.
You did.
Where you made your own stuff. It didn't really hit that big, but I think they were ahead of their time. The Mario Kart people. I think they were ahead of their time for those people who want to try and actually try their hand at creation. Okay. The Arcade Classics line, Neo Geo Arcade Classics. You've had those on your Vita, your PS4, your PS3. Now they're coming to Switch. I love it because I grew up playing SNK Fighters in the arcade. King of Fighters 94, Samurai Showdown 2, the greatest one. So I love seeing these being reissued.
Okay.
And being enabled with online leaderboards and all that kind of stuff. It does make me sad that this is what SNK has become. They're simply republishing their old stuff. The only thing they're iterating on is King of Fighters. Everything else is pretty much done. I mean, unless you count Metal Slug, which went to mobile.
Unfortunately.
To me, mobile is where legit games go to die. So, yeah, I'm happy that SNK's reissuing these things, but try making something new with the product. Make a new Samurai Showdown.
That's really what Dave wants. Just give Dave what he wants.
I mean, look at like Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue. Those kinds of fighters are hot again.
Yeah.
Give us a new Samurai Showdown. Cinemora EX. Did you ever play this?
No.
The Cinemora was a side-scrolling, like a shooter, but story-based. It's got a lot of story to it. It was made in conjunction with Platinum, if I'm not mistaken.
Interesting.
Yeah, I played the demo. I liked it. I don't know how much I don't know if I'd pay $60. We'll edit that out.
No, we won't, Dave.
Nick,
Show must go on.
Nick just shot his snot at a whole bunch of people walking by.
It happens.
You jerk. But yeah, Xenomore, if you, side-scrolling shooter, it was good. I liked it. Sonic Forces and Sonic Mania. Forces, don't care. Sonic Mania, it's a return to the roots.
That one looked interesting.
Yeah, they're reworking the original stages, music, and everything. It looked really cool. Team Kirby Clash Deluxe.
Another
Kirby title. Okay. Ultra Street Fighter 2: The Final Challengers. This will be a buy for me, definitely. I do like the fact that you can switch between Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. That was for you, Wambo.
Wild Speed.
That was Han. I like the fact that you can switch between the HD graphics and the original 16-bit.
I thought that was really cool.
Because I hate the HDs.
Really?
It looks like flash animation, and I hate it.
I like it.
Yeah, I was never a fan of that. I understand they thought it looked modern, but I didn't like it. I did think the introduction of the two new characters, Evil Ryu and Violent Ken.
Yes.
Violent Ken looks hilariously great. And also it has the Hadouken challenge mode, where you actually do the Hadouken with your Joy-Con controllers. I thought that was cool.
That's all Dave's going to be doing.
Yeah.
Dave's about to be buffed from just doing Hadoukens in his room.
I liked it. Yokai Watch 2, Psychic Specters. Yokai Watch is basically Pokemon or Digimon, but instead of digital stuff, yokai, which are basically...
Ghost.
Well, right? Yeah, ghosts. Things that are based off of Japanese folklore. So you're collecting those. So that's on 3DS. If you played the first one, you'll probably play this one too. And one more, they don't have it on their list. I don't know why.
But they should have it on their list.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Stories.
Super pumped up Monster Hunter Stories. For those who don't know, Monster Hunter Stories is also a current anime that's going on in Japan. It was I think it's only on like maybe episode 18 or so. Because like I said, it is the first season getting casted right now. Mm-hmm. It's been going on. And they also have a title in Japan for it, which I was super jealous about. Really wanted to play it, really wanted it, and now it's coming to the West. Super excited.
Basically, I tried Monster Hunter. I really, really want to like it.
He doesn't have a Circle Pad Pro, though.
Damn that thing. No. I'm not going to buy an extra piece of equipment to fix a game that should have been fixed in the first place.
He just needs a new 3DS.
Yeah. But this I probably will do. It's an RPG, basically.
Yeah.
It's little kids, but still.
Yeah, you're flying around, befriending, I forget what the actual term is they use. It's like spirit bonding or something like that. So you're friending, getting in, gathering monsters, and then you can essentially ride those monsters around, and it works out really good.
Which that's awesome. And if you buy the amiibo.
The amiibos.
The amiibos are huge.
They're sweet.
But they're really nice looking.
Yeah.
Have you bought any?
Not yet. Now that they have announced that it's in the West or coming to the West, like later this year, I will be purchasing all of them probably. Like Dave said, they are the big amiibos. They're like the $20 amiibos, similar to the Guardian from the Zelda amiibos.
Yeah.
So they're on that scale. I think the only other large amiibo really is the plush amiibo. The Yoshi
the
plush.
Yoshi ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get you can get the Yoshi plush ones separate now.
Yeah, you can.
And they're $20, $25, I believe.
Yeah.
So right on par with the other large amiibos.
Sweet. So basically, I thought it was good. They announced a lot of stuff for 3DS, which if anyone thought that with Switch coming out, 3DS was going to die. No, they're still going to support it. That user base is way too big to ignore, and with nobody being able to get a Switch like they want, hint, they're going to have to make sure they keep the people that have their hardware already happy with something. So,
which I think they will. I'm interested to see if they tie in 3DS to Switch at all at some point in time.
I don't think so. I don't think it's possible. You mean software?
Something.
Yeah, I don't think it's I think they're trying to keep those two very separate ecosystems.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay, so that's pretty much does it for us. Again, if you haven't watched the Nintendo Direct, go watch it.
It's worth it.
Our descriptions are, don't do it justice, of
There
course.
are descriptions.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. So before we sign off, we just want to give some shout outs to some people. First, shout out if you watch YouTube a lot, you like to watch YouTube videos, Reisigo 38. That's our buddy Corey. He plays a lot of Titanfall 2.
He plays a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. Titanfall 2 right now, but he plays a lot.
Yeah, he does a lot of gameplay videos. He also does videos like pickup videos, what he's purchased lately with his collection. So by all means, if you're interested, you're a collector or you're a Titanfall fan, subscribe to his YouTube channel.
I'm sure he'll comment somewhere in our comments so you can see him there and pick it up and go.
Yeah, we hope. We'll put a link in the under the video in the description for him and for the Nintendo Direct and some other stuff. And wow, was that loud? And our second shout out we want to talk to, if you are if you're American, we call it soccer.
We do call it soccer.
If you're from the UK, and if you're a football fan, by all means, watch our friends on Tokyo Reds. Tokyo Reds on Twitter and Tokyo Reds on YouTube. My buddy Tom, they do a great bi-weekly show, twice a week.
It's usually pre-match talk, after-match talk.
Yeah, they do like a review, talk about the weekend's matches, and then they do near the end of the week they do a preview of the matches coming up for that week. Obviously, Tokyo Reds, they are Liverpool fans. They are all from Liverpool.
They are too.
Yes, very proud of it.
There's only one team to them. That's Liverpool.
Yeah. If you accuse them of being from somewhere else, they actually may go all soccer hooligan on you and kill you. So yeah, by all means, if you're a soccer fan, look up Tokyo Reds, subscribe, follow them. It's a very good show.
A lot of content. And they do the same thing too. They are in different locations around Tokyo.
Yeah, they do a lot of it around like different touristy places. We try to pick nerdy areas.
Because we are a little nerdy.
Yeah, a little. I am a lot. So yeah, so a shout out to Tom and the boys.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty much it for us.
Yeah. So feel free, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Please and thank you.
We got 100 views on episode 1.
Yeah,
almost 100 views. Thank you. Thank you guys.
Keep it up. Feel free to drop some comments. We love seeing comments. Tell us if you love us, hate us. If you hate Dave, you love me, it's okay. Just let us know. And that way we can fix things. They can't get rid of Dave, and then go from there. But yeah, you can follow us also at Tokyo Game Chat on Twitter, Facebook, Tokyo Game Chat, and if you want to send us emails, tokyogamechat@gmail.com. And we'll try to get back to you as quick as we can.
I think we've got all of that covered. And if you have suggestions, something you want to see, if you have a question about, being a gamer in Japan, not being Japanese, how is it different here than in your home country, that kind of thing, by all means, please tweet at us. Any questions, any suggestions, we want to hear it.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next episode. GG.